creative redundancy, the one known as CR. So, I have these pants here. They're secondhand, by the way. They got pockets and all that stuff, zipper and all that stuff. Cargo style type of side pockets. But I gotta make some repairs on them. Because as you can see here, I got this spot right here that I have to repair. Before I start dropping things out of my pocket unexpectedly. So I gotta repair this spot right here. And I also have to repair this air spot right here. First thing I'm gonna do here is actually work on the zipper part. And basically what I'm doing here is adding reinforcing lines parallel to the ones I've already made. Just to join the material together. And this spot would be used frequently anyways, because obviously I'm going to be using the zipper on the pants and all that stuff. So I want to make sure it's fairly secure. Because originally there was only one line of stitching, of running stitch type of lines. So I'm going to add in these back stitches in here. You can see some of the parallel lines I've already made beforehand.
Next.
Alright, now I'm going to start here on the side pocket right here. This would be on my right side of my pants right here. And then as you can see, there's that, where the stitching has been pulled away on the top. And obviously I need that if I want to use the pocket. It's not on the flap, but it's on the pocket side. Or the pouch side of it. So what I'm going to do here is actually feed it from the back, forward, the back, and forward again. Going down the thigh along the line and using that as a template or a guideline, for example, and doing this with back stitches as much as I can. It took a lot longer than I anticipated, which is probably no surprise because, like I said, I actually had to go from the front and the back. So it's a little bit more tricky because I don't have access to it, so I have to go around and, grab the sewing needle from the other side. But basically all I did was make back stitches along it and follow the lines or the whole lines that were already there whenever possible. And then afterwards reinforce it by coming back up along it. And basically overlap the lines, the sewing lines, the thread as much as possible from what was there to what I was putting there. And hopefully this will help me later on when I actually put stuff in the pocket. I'll actually have to see. But all I know is that it's gonna work much better right now. Yay.
Next.
Okay, here. Now I'm gonna work on their pocket right here. This was significantly easier compared to the previous pocket I had to do. This was much more straightforward. Like literally, like so straightforward that I did it in like one take. And it was quite simple. And I just followed the guidelines that were already there because obviously the thread was pulling away from the material. So there was a hole. But a very clean hole. So it wasn't very difficult to repair or mend this. It was much easier than the previous one. And basically, back and forth, using back stitches to reinforce it. And basically, always making sure that I pull on the material. And when I went all the way to one side, I came all the way back. Did a stretch test right there. Pulling it apart, trying to, with a little bit of effort. So, yeah, looks like I can hold it. Alright, and now this is what it actually looks like at the end. A little close-up view of it. I've increased the lighting so you can actually see it a lot better. So it's not too bad in terms of my sewing lines. Not totally straight, but pretty good for freehanding it and sewing it by hand. And remember, everyone, you can do this too. And like always, people, go out there and do something awesome out there.
As our world changes, we can adapt too. Skill and knowledge get better with practice. Can't help everyone, but one can help someone.